Hey everybody, welcome to. Oh, I bet it stopped because I just felt it vibrate from a message. Oh, okay, cool. It didn't. All right. Um, this is one of the first beautiful days we're having here in Rapid City. Um, so I figured I'd work on the Nissan, but I had to because I had some stuff welded on it. Had a plate put on the bottom there. When they did all this welding, it was also verified definitely 100% that the frame is bent. Thank you, A-hole that sold me the truck. Of course, this turned out that there was a lot of welding done on this. There was welding done on these frame pieces. It would just kind of like slap back together. That's why it broke. But that still doesn't mean Gorilla Tape isn't stronger than my truck. I think I said this on another video that looked like it had been hit because these things are all bent, but you know. Um, but anyway, I lost the bolts for the headlights today as I went over to O'Reilly's to get lights for the headlights, the little marker light things. I lost the bolts, and so I had to run around town trying to find somebody that had bolts, which of course nobody in Rapid City had bolts. Junkyards don't keep the bolts. Why would you not keep the bolts? You know? I mean, to me, it just seems like kind of profit side. If people knew that you could go to a junkyard and get the bolts replaced, then um, you know, I don't know. It's just easier to me. It seems easier. I mean, $1 for a bolt. I mean, is better than paying $20 at some place I guess I can't mention without getting sued or something. You don't have much freedom of speech in this town. So when you talk about things, you have to be careful you don't say names or talk about people because you will hear from them. So anyway, uh, I got the bolts, and I can mention Studevants because they were good to me. Can't mention the other people because they lied to me. So I got the bolts for the headlights, got the headlights back in, and it's just one of those weird things that for some reason the headlights just don't seem to fit the same now. As you can see, that's, I don't know if you can see the space in there, or I can't really tell exactly where, but there's a space right in between the light and the, okay, I'm not even pointing the right spot. There we go. You can see it down here. The headlights just doesn't fit in right. And I got the pin in on the bottom back here, but I mean, just something up here don't look right. And none of this is attached to any of this here, you know. And this was straightened out and it's not touching the bottom of the headlight. And the fender is sitting in the same spot. There's only one spot it can go to. And it's screwed into this, which is not moved at all. The only thing that's been moved is this. So everything from here over and up should be just as it was. But for some reason, the headlights just don't seem to fit in there right now. They're bolted right, but I got this pin in, but for some reason, they just won't fit in right anymore, and I don't know why. That's just one of the personalities with this truck. You take something off of it, there's no guarantee it's going to go back on. At least not the way it came off. But anyway, that's okay. I'll worry about that when the time comes. Right now, it's more like a demonstration type thing. Actually, I think these parts might even supposed to be, well, no, this is attached back here, so that wouldn't matter. Because it almost looks like either the fender has to go down or the headlight has to come up. But it can do neither. So, but I put a plate there. I'm working on getting the nose back together. I had to take the nose apart there. The bottom part just kind of like started falling apart on me when I started taking it off. And I'm like, okay, that's strange too, because it shouldn't have. But that's all right. No worries. Get that fixed and get it all back on here. And then the plate is going to be where I know definitely the motor. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to put on each side, because that will give me room for other things that I want to do. But what I want to do with the driving lights there on the bottom, I'm not even pointing this thing in the right place. Good thing it's only for record, probably. Nobody watches my videos anyway. I can't tell you how many videos I've got with 1 view, 0 views. Even if I've watched, I mean, I obviously had to watch it, so I mean, why isn't there at least 1 view from me? But anyway, I want to replace those with speakers. I want to put boat speakers in there, because there's a horn system that I'm putting together that I'm going to have on the front of this. But I also want to have, like I had before, the smoke machine was sitting right here. So I want to have the smoke machine, but this gives me an opportunity for something else that I'm not going to talk about right now. I'd rather wait until I get it done, because I don't want to give nobody ideas, and I'm sick of people stealing my ideas and don't care who believes it or not. So that's what I like about this truck, is it's one of a kind, it's original, and so far I have not seen anybody in town steal any ideas off of it. Maybe they're too embarrassed. I mean, I'm not embarrassed, but it's the same thing. It's like, by the time I get ready to go or something changes and I have to start like from the back forward and redo like the paint and touch up things and stuff like that. So trying to get that stuff to last. Slinky! Slinky! That's not the way a lady's supposed to act. Now, come here. Come here. Slinky! Come here. Come on. Good girl. It's a good girl. I know, you're just trying to tell people to stay away, but sometimes just being there is enough, So, that's where I'm at with this. Everything is welded together now in the front, as far as from the brackets up. This is welded to this, but this is just bolted. I don't think we welded this in. So, but this shouldn't move because it's bolted in, and this is welded to that and the back of the frame there and below the radiator. I mean, I don't know if those are good welds. I didn't do it. Somebody else did, because finding people to do stuff in this town is like, good grief, give me a break, See, they really didn't straighten that out as much as I thought they did. That part right there, it still looks like it's leaning outward a little bit. I hope that doesn't become a problem. Kind of makes me want to put something underneath there. Maybe I might put those woodchucks back in there. Because I don't know if anybody, I just said nobody watches my videos. But on one of my videos, when I was first building this, I showed where the Gorilla Tape straps that I had made actually broke the truck. But, we know why, because it was crappy weld and stuff. But still, I mean, it held strong enough to be able to break metal. So to me, rusty metal or not, it's a 2003. So let's face it, the rust wasn't that severe. It would have taken a lot of force to break it. So apparently the Gorilla Tape held a lot of force, because I had probably 150 pounds of off-road stuff in the duffel bag that was strapped to the front in the beginning when I first made it, when it was just this. And then the idea of the mouth and everything else came, a little bit later on. But so that is the way it is now. Eventually, that's all going to be one piece. I should make sure this is still recording, because it likes to stop on me. Eventually, that's all going to be just one solid piece, so you can just take it on and off. It'll all bolt in the same places, but everything from the frame up will be welded together, except for the frame. You'll be able to take it off and not be connected to a frame. I don't know why the headlights ain't going in straight. That's baffling me, man. I mean, it just doesn't make no sense to me. This is the first time they have never gone in right. And I know that one's going to be pointing all up in the air and crap. It's like something in the back here is holding it, but I can't figure out why, because nothing there has changed on the way it's set. The only thing I can think of is that with all of this stuff taken off on the front, maybe something in the front shifted, and maybe that's why it's not sitting right. I don't know. That one looks like it's pointed outward and down, and I don't see how that is possible when it is bolted into the hole that it's supposed to be bolted into. It's even sitting on the peg, or well, lined with the peg like it should. So I can't understand why it would even be pointing outward, because this part is actually not even damaged. You know, so I mean, I can't understand why that. And this is bolted where it's supposed to be, but I had to put a zip tie on it because I think I tightened it a little too much, and I twisted that square thing with the screw hole in it, so it's not exactly straight. So I thought if I put a zip tie on it, zip ties are wonderful. Zip ties and Gorilla Tape, that's what this truck is made of. But still, that wouldn't affect it. The hole is still in the same place. Everything is in the same place as it was before. So I don't see why all of a sudden it's sitting cockeyed. This part right here, the only part of that was even touched was right there where they welded, and right where they welded, and that was it. If anything, it should have brought this down and made it easier for the headlight to slide in. But for some reason, it's not doing that. I got these pegs back here lined up, but the side doesn't line up. You can see ground through there. So I mean, it's in there pretty solid. But well, hello there, neighbor's cat. Yeah, that's not the one. No, that's the one with the big head. But anyway, that's where I'm at, working on getting the mount put back on. This I want to redo because, well, cat laid on it and flattened it out. But I think the bottom I may have to get something else, some adhesive, so I can put all those pieces back on. Because once they don't stick, they don't stick. And I thought maybe the heat and stuff would have made it, stay, but apparently not. So anyway, I'll have to find some adhesive to put on the back of them and stick it to the wire that way. Kind of like a paper mache type thingamajigger. So anyway, that's it. That's all for now. I guess. Yeah, I have other plans involving fire and smoke and noise and lights and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can't wait till this truck is done. I mean, I'll probably be 80 years old when I get it done, but once it's finished, it's gonna make money for the Fix Life Foundation. I know it will. Little secret, I would have lost it by now if it wasn't, because I've never ever kept any vehicle I've ever had, and I've had this one going on 6 years. 6 years I've been working on it, and yes, this is as far as I've gotten. But a lot of ups and downs and ins and outs and curves and all kinds of crazy stuff, but it is what it is. And I guess even if I don't get it to where I want it to be, then at least I can say I tried. So with that, I guess that's that. And I guess bye. What else is there to say? Y'all have a good day. Everybody stay safe, and peace.